What's going on, guys? Today I'll be walking you through my full desk setup. I recently was looking at my desk. I've had the same setup for about a year now. I said, you know what, there needs to be some change. There's a little bit too much clutter and too much stuff on my desk. So I kept the same components, just moved some things, add a little bit of plant life. I was going for a much more simplistic vibe. And by moving my gaming PC was previously on my desk, I moved that somewhere else. You'll see that later on in the video. You can kind of see it in the corner here of the frame. But once I moved that off, it gave me so much more room, so much more space to play with. I actually have a full video on my gaming PC, first one I ever built. It's a full walkthrough, pricing, all of that. That'll be linked down in the description below if you want to go ahead and check that out. But this video is going to be all about my setup. I've got my monitor, my keyboard, my mouse, a couple peripherals and storage, and then obviously plant life. Some beautiful RGB in the back, as you can see as well. But I'll be walking you through each individual component. So sit back, relax, maybe get a little bit of inspiration from this. Let's get right to the video. Alright, so let's go ahead and walk you through each individual component that I have on my desk. This is kind of an overall view of what we got going on here. As you can see, the PC over there on the left. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start from the right and then go ahead and end on the left on the big boy right there. So let's go ahead and come over here. Like I had said earlier, I had a little bit of storage on the desk. So this is a 4 terabyte drive by WD. It's called their MyBook. This is mainly what I use for my Mac. This is I've been using it for my photography and video for years and years, and it's great. Highly recommend that brand as well. Tons of storage for a really cheap price. And then moving on to the right here, I have my hydro flask. This is called their tumbler with a little kind of lid. It just makes it super easy when I'm gaming over here. I don't have to flip any lid up or anything like that. Not saying that I'm lazy or anything, but this makes it, my life a lot easier when I can kind of go ahead and just sit from that. I have a whole freaking collection of hydro flask. Highly recommend that. And then we go ahead and move here. That's my phone. Nothing special there. It's not a part of the desk. But then we go ahead and we move over to the left. This is my Apple Watch. This is my Series 5. And as well as if you want to see anything, any products in this video, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll go ahead and make a video about this or the monitor or whatever you want to see. Just let me know. And then obviously the charger for that watch is right here. This is kind of just a little decorative. I had it for years and I said, why not just keep it on my desk? It just kind of spins like that. Nothing special there, nothing techie there. But let's go ahead and move on to the mouse pad. I don't remember the exact name of this, but it's they have different sizes of it. So it goes from like a small to, I believe, double XL. Obviously it's their non-RGB one. It just kind of has this green bottom. It was like $10, I think. So I said, you know what? I'm just not looking for RGB right now. I don't have the ideal desk that I want. I'll obviously do a future video if I ever I want to get IKEA and build my own kind of customizable desk. But that's later on in the future. But I believe it's called I forget what it's called, but it's different sizes. This is the medium. But like I said, non-RGB, it works perfect. It sticks pretty well and a decent amount of mouse surface. And then obviously we move on to the mouse, which is the Razer Mamba Elite. I love this mouse. I got it as a gift. I highly recommend it. It is wired, so if you're more kind of a wireless person, obviously wouldn't recommend it, but it's a beautiful mouse. Got the RGB, as you can see on the side, and then the symbol as well as on the scroll wheel. Highly recommend this combo, especially if you're trying to save some money. I know these usually are on sale, this mouse, and come on the lower end of price compared to their other models. So let's go ahead and move down to the keyboard. I believe this is I should know the name. Yes, this is the Black Widow Elite. I also got this as a gift, kind of ironic. I chose to stick obviously with Razer for both, my mouse and keyboard for peripherals. It just made sense for RGB, and I've always loved Razer. Everyone around me has used Razer, and it kind of just made sense. But I love this. It's the one with the media controls. It doesn't have the one that goes the RGB all the way around. It just has that symbol. but it has the wrist rest here as well, which I love. I forget what keys, don't get mad at me, but I forget what keys these are. I know they switch the colors here and there, but they're very tactile and clicky as well, as you can hear. I might link that down in the description below what actual keys they are, so you can kind of look that up. But they have these cool little media controls as well, which of course, knowing Razer, are RGB. But love that keyboard, it's great. And then we go ahead and we move to this mammoth big boy right here. This is something that's a little outdated. This is Dell's 34 ultra wide monitor. It's their 2K version. It's great for productivity, let me tell you. Gaming, on the other hand, I definitely need to upgrade. I'm thinking keeping this for a productivity kind of setup, or using this for productivity, and then obviously getting something like 1080p that's more, you know, higher refresh rate, so 144, 165. They're going up to 300 now, but this is only running 60 hertz at 5 milliseconds. So obviously it looks super crisp gaming, but not the best for performance-wise. But I love just the amount of real estate that you can have. I mean, that, you know, for reference, here's my hand. You can put like four of them. So it just gives you so much space for Lightroom, for especially, you know, for your timeline and editing video. It's perfect. I don't believe they're selling this one anymore. They probably have like an updated version of it, but this is kind of given to me. But I love it. It's great real estate, but definitely need to upgrade and get some, you know, more gaming centered monitors. So then we go ahead and we not really techie, but still kind of cool. I wanted a little bit of greenery in my setup. I had it somewhere else in my room, and I said, you know what, why not just put it on my desk? It kind of just livens things up a lot. So I kind of put that in the corner. It hides these kind of cables in the back as well, so it just kind of worked out that way. And then we go ahead and we move on to the left here. These are my gaming headset. They are the HyperX Cloud Revolver S. That's a really long name. I like these. There are some cons obviously, and there are some pros. Not really, you know, more one or the other. They're kind of in the middle. They do get really hot, but the quality is really good. I'm not the biggest fan of the media controller right here, but for the price, I think it was like $150. These are not bad compared to, you know, other pricings of other headsets. But love these HyperXs as well. The stand, I believe I just got from Amazon. It's called Case Throne. I don't know if you can see that. But I just got it off Amazon for like 10-15 bucks. They're not super expensive. I really wanted the RGB Razer one, but obviously I just wasn't going to pay that much money for a headset stand. So that's really cool. That's kind of what's all on the desk itself. But like I said in the beginning, I'm going to show you where I put the PC. So I kind of had this little bookcase cornered. And I said, you know what, I kind of want it off my desk. Like I said, simplistic vibes. So I said, you know what, I wonder if this can hold it. And it's pretty stable. It doesn't move around a lot. I'm thinking of putting like kind of earthquake straps in the back, and maybe some straps to actually connect to this, and just seeing how that works. But I just love, it's kind of like an art piece, you know, next to the setup. People come in, that's what they're seeing when it's on. And like I said, I've done a whole video on this. Like I said, link down in the description if you want to check that out. But it's just the perfect spot. Makes, you know, kind of cord management a little more difficult, but it's just, I just love where it's at. It's like my little art piece up there. You can kind of barely see this network, so that's kind of hidden as well. But that's where the PC ended up going. Some little things here and there. I put the power kind of strip right here. I just used some 3M strips, so it's kind of sticking there. Don't look at the cable management, it's not the greatest in the world. But this makes it super simple, and it's not on the ground. You just kind of Velcro. There's like one strap there and one strap there, and they just kind of stick, and they're pretty easy to take. One sticks to the bottom of the desk, and one sticks to the actual power strip. So it's pretty easy to take on and off as well. And then you're probably noticing RGB lighting. That is behind. So I had it previously on the actual surface of the desk. But with these are the Philips Hue Play light bars. A lot of long name products, but they have a kind of 3M actually again. that kind of sticks to the back here. It's kind of hard to see, but so it sticks to the monitor, it'll stick to the TV. Usually people put them on the kind of media consoles, but a lot of people do this, which I'm going to make a separate video all about Philips Hue. I have one all the way over there as well, so I can make a full video about the program, how everything works, but it's on both sides. So it's on the left here as well, and I can control that through the app on my desktop, on my MacBook, on my watch, on my iPhone. If you know Philips Hue, they're just an overall great brand, especially if you get into their ecosystem. But yeah, so I got those on the back. It kind of gives a nice light that's kind of even. I tried putting it on my TV, but it was just kind of just spurted out, whereas this is more even, and when I sync with games, it just kind of covers almost the whole wall, and it's really cool immersive experience. That's my overall kind of desk setup, kind of giving you a full view. I have my chair here. This was given to me, and it's kind of a little bit broken, so obviously needs to be upgraded. But as you saw kind of in the intro part of this video, this is a human scale, and it was kind of a happy accident when I was given it from an old office, and it was human scale. Like, this is a $1,000 chair. So that's kind of the desk part of the actual chair part of the setup. I kind of just put that to the side, but this is kind of an overall view. You can kind of see the PC, up there, and just everything. I can watch my, my TV obviously from my bed, which is right here, and it just works. It's simple. It got this big clunky PC. I love my PC. I'm not hating on that, but it just got off the desk, gave me so much more room, and I absolutely love it. Thanks for tuning in the whole video. If you made it to the last part, this last little section, leave a like down below. Lets me know that you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you did. I walked through each individual component, the big surprise, where did I put the big beefy gaming PC, and hopefully it stays there. Cross your fingers that it stays up there. I really hope it does. As good as it looks, not the most practical in the world, but hey, anything to get exactly what I want for my desk setup. I spent a lot of time there, so it just makes sense. So hopefully this gave you some inspiration. Maybe you had the same thought process as me and said, my desk is too cluttered. I just want my keyboard, my mouse, and my monitor, and that's it. And like a little bit of plant life. You gotta throw a little bit of plant life in there. But like I said, if you like this video, leave a like. If you have any ideas for future videos that you want to see, like I said, individual, if you want to see the watch, if you want to see, just on the monitor or the keyboard, just individual videos for those, let me know in the comments. I really want to do a video on the Philips Hue, their kind of sync app and their whole ecosystem. I haven't seen a lot of videos on YouTube about that, so let me know in the comments if you want to see that. Subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.